everybody, and welcome to the Super Bat Friends Adventure Hour, episode number 111. I am one of your hosts, Chris, alongside the world champion, Joe. What's up, Joe?
We've probably talked about this before, but it just kind of hit me again that you're doing comics numbering. Where this is not the 111th episode of the Super Bat Friends Adventure Hour.
Well, did I ever tell you what we did with Fortress when we hit 52?
Made it a DC episode because that's their number.
So we got through 52,
yeah.
And then episode 53, it's still like this online. Episode 53 is Fortress of Comic News Rebirth number 1. And then episode 54 is Fortress Comic News Legacy number 54.
I like that.
I was very proud of that idea.
We should have like our 200th episode be episode 900. Just cause.
We should do the DC 1 million thing.
The 1 millionth episode of the podcast?
Yeah, just figure out something. It doesn't matter what it is, just watch something. It'd be fucking Golden Girls.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Alright, Joe, are you ready for this list of names?
Nope.
Alright, so last episode we finished the new Batman Adventures. Thank God. And we remembered that we were supposed to do... Well, actually, for historical context, we were originally going to do these Superman episodes before we did new Batman Adventures. But because Warner and DC decided to fuck with me and shut down... What was it called? DC...
I love that you don't even remember what it's called anymore. DC Universe. That cracks me up. You don't even fucking remember.
Yeah. Shut that down, and then we didn't have anything for 2 months until they finally were like, yeah, it's coming to HBO Max. And that was when we would have done these. So, we're doing them now, everybody. So we're going to watch Superman, the animated series. And before Joe gets mad, this is how it is labeled on HBO Max. So if you decide to watch it, this is how you find it on HBO Max. It is Season 2, Episode 16. Titled World's Finest, Part 1.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about this show. So I'm sure that's wrong. I just don't care.
Story is by Alan Burnett and Paul Dini.
Oh.
It is written by everybody.
I wrote it. I have a writer credit on this. He said it's everybody. That's me.
Hilary J. Bader, who...
Yeah, whatever.
Paul Dini and Rich Fogel.
Oh, Richie.
And directed by Toshihiko Masuda.
Oh, he's popped up too.
Father of the Masuda method.
Is it like the rhythm method?
The Masuda method is when you take a Pokemon from a different region, actual Earth region. So if we live in the United States, we get one from Japan. Okay. And then we breed it with an American Pokemon. Okay. And if we do that enough, it reduces the number, the catch rate ratio to get a shiny Pokemon.
I don't appreciate your Pokemon pornography. I don't think you should be breeding... Pokemon is not consent. Capturing is not consent. No. I don't think you should be breeding these animals against their will.
You want to get really fucked up?
Nope. I do not.
Most Pokemon have two genders, male and female, for breeding. There is one Pokemon who can breed with any other Pokemon.
Ditto?
Ditto.
Yeah.
Because he can transform into the other Pokemon.
Yeah.
So Ditto is the prostitute of the Pokemon world.
Ditto is gender fluid.
He's not gender fluid. He's species fluid? Because you still have to have the correct gender.
Oh, so Ditto... Wait, the way you phrase it. That's what I'm
saying. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I believe he sells... I could be wrong about that. It's been a minute since I've read. By a minute, I mean 2 months. Took time off to take pictures of Pokemon.
Well, that's why you're not breeding. You're taking too many pictures of Pokemon. Ladies don't like that. Ladies love it cool, Jay.
So, first, when watching this, I know where they got the art style. for the new. You can go ahead and play because it doesn't matter.
I wasn't sure.
For the new Batman Adventures. Because it's literally just the same art style.
Yeah.
Second, I did not care for the intro.
Yeah, no. Closed. Antique shop's closed. Hang on there, Clyde! So here's the thing that I find kind of funny. Back when I was doing the Joe Meets World podcast, a good friend of mine who is a big DC head and therefore hates Disney because, DC's his girlfriend.
So he's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would bitch about Disney Plus's, and Disney Plus's captions on the Xbox because it'd be white and it'd be white on white and blah, 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 blah. And when we were watching Batman, that was through Vudu because I own the DVDs. So now that we're watching on HBO Max, and I go, oh, look, they have the same captions as Disney Plus. How about that?
So anyone that's a DC fan that makes
which is, for the record, our target demographic. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to make fun of them a lot. That tries to claim to me that HBO Max is better than Disney Plus, while Disney Plus has its flaws that needs to work out.
Sure.
I can honestly say that I've never watched Disney Plus, and the app tell me that it can no longer play the video and then shut down.
I had that happen with one of these episodes.
It happens to me multiple times a day with HBO Max.
Really? Now, mind you, so far, I watched Godzilla vs. Kong and Mortal Kombat on HBO Max, and then these episodes. And like a couple Adult Swim things. So I haven't used it a lot.
Yeah.
So that might be part of why it's not happening to me that much. But it did. When I watched the second part of this, all of a sudden, because like Godzilla vs. Kong and Mortal Kombat, like I waited for Mortal Kombat because of what happened with Godzilla vs. Kong, where I could not watch the movie because, multi-billion-dollar company can't invest in servers.
It's true.
But that made sense. A lot of traffic. Okay. Who's watching this? Like, people are, but it's not like 90% of the subscriber base is watching this specific episode.
Well, the family. We're watching Big Bang together.
Okay, that's on here?
And that's on here, yeah. And, so we watch an episode 2 a night. I mean, obviously not every night.
Right.
But just in that time, between that and me watching this stuff, it does it multiple times. So it can't even get through a single episode most of the time. So your app sucks.
That's weird.
Batman has kryptonite now.
Yeah. I don't mind. I don't like that, but it's fine. Having kryptonite get carved and be mistaken for jade, that's fine. Having all the owners of it die from radiation poisoning, that's kind of weird because that's not usually how kryptonite works. Like, kryptonite only affects Kryptonians. But fine, I guess. But it also, doesn't really come into play for the rest of the story, so I don't know why they brought it up.
So it's an antique store. Maybe it's addressed in the show. I don't know. I'm not going to watch the rest of the show. But how long has kryptonite been on Earth?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, at least a couple centuries. Because I don't think in this show, I don't think kryptonite is pieces of Krypton. Because they just said the Jade Dragon was carved three centuries ago.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So
it's been around, but I think it might have been something like comets that come through whatever. I think they go for the just kryptonite hurts Superman. It's not pieces of Krypton. Who knows?
I will say this art style works a little bit better for Superman than it does Batman.
A little bit. But also, because, Brainiac shows up and whatever, they don't just drain the color from all his villains either.
Yeah.
Parasite is pink. Parasite is not suddenly black and white.
Yeah. And have a noose around us.
Right. That's Bill Clinton.
They just got back from Epstein Island.
Lois was there. Lois has some splaining to do. I like that. Bitch, I was leaving. What?
How can I put this? I want your super dick inside of me.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
We'll get there, but it does make me laugh that Bruce tries to thaw his dick with Lois.
It works as far as we know.
Yeah.
It's the First National Bank.
It's
important. It's the First National Bank.
This is my question.
Yeah.
You live in Metropolis, okay?
Yeah.
You're aware of Superman.
Yeah.
At what point do you just not bother trying to steal, like, rob
Well,
a
he
bank?
can't be there all the time. He's not Jesus.
I mean, he kind of is.
He's super Jesus.
Epstein's pissed.
Lex Luthor as Epstein's kind of funny, actually.
Have you seen that?
That's funny, and I like it.
Yeah. Have you seen the picture of him at the Tech Expo where he's in like a suit?
Epstein?
Yeah, and he's in like a suit that's like a
mech suit.
A mech suit, and it's just captioned with "He's officially become Lex Luthor."
Gotcha. This I'm into. That right there, I'm into that.
Harley Quinn.
Now, she's not in her bodysuit because it's a bodysuit, and she was clearly wearing the skirt with the bare legs.
Yeah.
But, cartoons.
Magic.
Okay, hold on. A great part coming up, because right before I originally watched this, which was a few weeks ago, somebody pointed it out on Twitter too, and I was like, oh, that's what this is from?
I did enjoy this gag.
But do you realize the best part of it? He's wearing high heels. The way he's drawn, it's assumed that those are shoes with plaits, so that it is a dress shoe with white over it.
Yeah.
He pulls his pant leg up, and it's just white the whole way up. Joker wears high heels. That's the best part of that gag. That means Joker's walking around wearing high heels all the time.
Okay.
And possibly pantyhose. The rich Corinthian leather I loved.
Yeah.
The way they do this is weird, but I'm okay with it. Where it's like he's like when he goes to put his arm around him, it's like he's literally behind Lex, so that Lex is like sitting on his lap.
It's just great how stone-faced they do it.
Yeah. Well, that's when it's the same relationship as Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
Where Superman isn't manic like Joker, but Superman's the wholesome, good guy, and Batman's stoic. And here where Joker's manic, and Luthor's just...
You can't even kill...
There's nothing near about Bat-Mortal.
I love it. You can't even kill a mere mortal in a Halloween costume.
Look, my rock glows. Want to touch it?
You might get cancer. But you have the cure for that. You're rich.
Little price to pay. You'll be Mr. Clean! Because he's bald. Yeah. Joker wearing high heels is hilarious.
There's good moments throughout this, let's call it a trilogy, this trilogy.
Yeah.
It's not as awful as the Batman show.
Well, that's just it. If that's the way it really did shake out, where it's like they brought Batman back to do this, and then said, well, let's do it. And that's why I think they said, let's do a new season of Batman, and then maybe we'll do something else. I like that they lean in a little bit into Bruce and Clark Clark looking similar too, because that's an old comic thing.
Mm-hmm.
But their eyes are different. Because Bruce has blue eyes and Clark just has fucking comic pupils.
Well, we'll get to it, but nighttime when...
Yeah.
I miss the tan suit.
Yeah. It's the one thing I cannot abide.
I will constantly be looking to see if it ever comes back now, too.
I'm trying to think. Why? See, I've never watched Batman Beyond.
I don't think it comes back in Beyond.
But he has tan pants, doesn't he? I think he has a black jacket with tan pants.
He might.
Which would be kind of a funny callback where it's like, he used to wear a tan suit, then he started wearing a black suit. So now he wears both. This is okay. I'm okay with this. But this is also just, more of Nolan ripping off. Well, Joker needs a place to stay, so he goes and finds a gangster, kills him, takes over his crew.
Yep. Well, what this leads to, I really liked, because just the idea of Batman in a strip club made me laugh.
Yeah. Well, that to me always reeks of Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Where it's the Batman in a club, and the club... Here's another part that made me laugh. And what she say?
Go ahead and say
Do it. Boingy, boingy, boingy. Animaniacs.
Okay.
When they jump around, that's what they say. They say boingy, boingy, boingy.
Good old Joker gas.
And just throws him out in the alley.
In a potato sack.
In his high heels. Holy guacamole! Looks like you need a new leader. I nominate me.
The gun's fantastic.
And I do love it too, because we're always talking about how, and there's Jack Kirby.
Didn't put that together.
It is. And I'm not even saying that's us. That was purposeful. They designed him to look like Jack. That was their little nod to Jack. But they established too when Batman goes into the club, the Go-Go Club. They're not strippers.
Oh, it's strip club.
I know. And the one gangster's just like, nah, Joker took over, so I got the fuck out of there. Okay, at least you acknowledge it, that not everyone just be like, guess you're the boss now. The Wayne Lex T7. What a shitty name!
So Bruce Wayne and Lex Luthor team up to make spider robots.
Okay. Yeah, that's what rich people do. They don't help people. This is the most convincing part of the whole trilogy. They just merge because they're black.
Well, once again here, Lex, Jeff Bezos, we can sell it to the military. No, it's meant for unmanned space travel.
I made biggins.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Because you need a giant spider in the third act.
They're the most deadly killers. I don't like guns. I don't believe you. I've seen you fire weapons.
I've seen your gun room.
Tell your pals at the Pentagon, get fucked.
And that's the moment when the CIA assassinated Bruce Wayne.
Correct. Well, the CIA is not supposed to operate inside. Sorry, I couldn't finish it with a straight face. COINTELPRO. Anyway, that is FBI.
No.
That was the counterintelligence program to discredit Dr. Martin Luther King.
Oh.
I mean, not that would ever happen in this country, because racism ended 150 years ago, but
So Bruce is trying to thaw his dick with Lois Lane.
Correct. Well, the ironic part is he's really trying to get close to Superman. Because he's like, oh, he just shows up, no special signal or anything?
That's the world's finest I want to see. Where he tries to get close to Superman, and then they fall in love.
Well, I mean, you know.
And then because it's the 90s, they go to Massachusetts and get married.
Yeah, and then they have healthcare, too. And then there's Popeye. Did you really not connect Popeye? Look at that eye, and that jaw, and he's in... It's Popeye.
There's a lot of jokers around here.
Very Popeye thing to say. It's a go-go club. Well, I love it too because it's a club in Metropolis. So, like, there's also, like, it has to be somewhat wholesome. Even though it has girls dancing in cages. This douchebag. What are you, deaf? Another round. I slap you in the ears. I'm Batman.
In Metropolis.
Don't you see me? I'm Batman. It's been a long time, Binko. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I was gonna get laid!
It's because your dick is frozen doesn't mean the rest of us have to live that way.
The poor girls are trapped in the cage.
It gets worse, though.
Yes! You're right, I forgot about that. Batman's a dick. Get him!
Right here.
Yup.
See ya!
What an asshole!
They're just strippers. They don't have feelings, Joe.
They're not real people.
That.
Sure. He threw a girl in a cage at Mobster. Making haha with Harley Quinn.
He kept talking about revving his Harley. I got the fuck out of there.
I don't want nothing to do with that clown. I love this too. That's enough. Get your fucking hand off me. Now the girls aren't in the cages anymore. What do we take from that? Superman made sure to get them all out before he went over to Bruce.
I didn't think you were stupid, too.
You peaked. And then I love it. I won't have vigilantism. And then there's like, okay, well, this thing kills you, so get fucked, dickhead.
What's this? Huh? Huh?
Yeah, you like The Rock? Huh? Party with Mr. Brownstone? That's two different drugs, Bruce. It's my point. It's glowing and it hurts him. Still hurts even in the drink. No touching.
Oh, that's what that feels like.
Oh.
So what does Superman see himself as? Because he said, I will not have vigilantism in my time.
I know. That's what I was about to say. It's like, well, what are you, fucking Clark? You dipshit. Well, he has a connection to the science police and shit, so he's deputized. I think in this show he's deputized. Which would make him technically not a vigilante. He's a deputy.
Okay.
That's why I specified for, this show. I do love this. I don't think they do enough of this in this trilogy, but I love this, where it's just oh, whatever, Lois, nobody cares, you're gonna get fucked, good for you. And then he looks, go to your window.
It's Batman!
But it's not just, it's really far away Batman, just waving. Yeah, it's really far away. And then just, I see you.
Now I know who you are.
Touche. It's fucking dodgeball. Touche!
To be continued.
Ugh. The same friend I was telling you about showed me this years ago. He's like, oh, because I think we were talking about Batman the Animated Series. He's like, would you ever watch World's Finest? I'm like, no, I never watched Superman because I didn't have WB. He goes, well, here, I got it on DVD. Let's watch it. Okay. And I told him, I go, that would be a great, like, and this is before the New 52, so I didn't even know that was coming. But it's like, if you were to do a reboot of their first meeting or whatever, and just have it where, like, you do the inner monologues between the two of them. And inspired by that first episode where he looks through Bruce's cowl. Mm-hmm. And you have a moment of them talking of, like, secret identities. And then Batman being like, well, did you peek? And Clark being like, if I tell him yes, he'll never trust me. And being like, no. And then Bruce being like, he's lying, I can never trust him. So that's where you maintain their characters. Mm-hmm. Where Clark's like, I have to show him that I trust him. And that just makes Bruce be like, this motherfucker's lying to me. Fucking asshole. I didn't even think about it. Just pause in the next episode, just Lois in her fucking nightgown with her ass hanging out. This fucking show. It's still not as bad as Batman New Batman Adventures.
I was just, it doesn't reach the high. So I've watched most of what matters in this series. It doesn't.
Mixoplick is in it.
I might one day go back and watch this.
It has Bizarro and Mixoplick in an episode, which I'm like, might have to watch that. Bizarro M #1.
But in the ones I've watched, it doesn't reach the highs of the animated series.
No.
But it is still way better than New Adventures.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are way better than New Adventures, where can people find you on the internet?
JoePank.com. JoePNC.com. There's all kinds of fun things there. Follow me on Twitter, Cthulhu Holmes, Joe Pank. You can follow me on Instagram at JoePank36. You can go to Patreon, either patreon.com/ClicksNexus or Joe Pank, whichever you prefer. There's all kinds of fun stuff there. Give me money. Fuck it. Support me. And get you stickers and shit, man. Come on. Fuck a brother up. You can also go to enjoyyourfrozendick.com. Get your official Bat Friends merchandise. Your official Super Bat Friends Adventure Hour merchandise. Maybe I'll have Go-Go Dance and Lois. I don't know.
You figure something out with Batman throwing strippers in a cage.
Go-Go dances.
As always, you can find me at Fortress Chris on Twitter and at FortressComicNews.com. And hopefully by the time this comes out, I'll have done this. If not, it's a good reminder to future me to do this.
Yeah.
If you want to support everything on Fortress Comics Network, you can go over to FortressComicNews.com/affiliates, where all of our affiliate links will be there. And you could buy wonderful things, get discounts maybe. You'll see on the website. And support us while doing that. Thank you all so much for watching, listening. We'll see you here next week.
If you call them go-go dancers, it's PG. If you call them exotic dancers, it's PG-13. And if you call them strippers, it's rated R.